Hello. Bringing in some great energy. I'm sitting in the garage, door open. It's a little bit chilly, warranting a hat and a jacket, but it feels amazing. The wind is blowing. Let me get an incense going. I like the scent, peace. That's what I want some of. How about you? How's your New Year shaking up? Did you set any intentions for yourself during the new moon in Capricorn? If you want to share them in the comments, I'd love to read. This is a great opportunity to like this video. It is free to you and it is really good for me. Helps get my messages out and spread my karma on the internet. Put this in. So if you could like, that'd be great. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you don't see the kind of content on my channel that you're looking to see, closed mouths don't get fed. So please do consider, let me take these out. I'm not even listening to anything. Just forgot they were there. Anyway, if you'd like to see some content that you're not seeing here, I can only know if you tell me. So please do consider leaving in the comments other types of videos you'd like to see. The more feedback I get, the more encouraged I feel about doing it. I've already shuffled up all the cards. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more because I like to do that. And I hear a kid coming out. What happened to the gummy bear bribe to stay inside?
I just grabbed some of these gummies.
Okay, go eat them inside. That was the whole deal. I gave you gummy bears so you would go back inside, remember?
No, I'm gonna stay up here.
Go inside, please.
No, I just want to see the cards.
Love you. Don't do it. Don't push it. I want the recording to keep going. Are you going to be on my channel? I don't want that. I want a kiss. Mwah. Love you. Can you go inside now? That's why I gave you the candy. It was a bribe. That's how bribes work. I give you candy, you go inside, I do my reading, I come back in. Okay?
Mom,
Yeah?
tell me which is the gummy bears. This one or this one?
Okay. This one.
No, you have to pick this one.
This one. Oh, no gummy bears for me. Now go inside. Take your gummy bears in or give them back.
Hey, give me inside.
Okay, bye.
Bye. It's too heavy.
I know you can do it. You're so strong. Try one more time with all your super strength. Go inside. I'm going to pull a mediumship card as soon as you go in. Bye. Thank you. Love you. Okay, this one wanted to come out. See if anything else does before I take it. Okay, let's start there. We've got Masters of Mediumship and Power of Empathy. So this suggests researching past mediums. Now, if you're not a medium and you're not trying to hone in on those skills, this is encouraging you to look to the masters of any field that you're interested in that can teach you the fundamentals and even some of the deeper strains of thought for your particular area. You can learn a lot by looking at the people who paved the way and did the work first. So this is encouraging to do that. And the power of empathy. Being a good medium requires a strong sense of empathy, which comes from your ability to sense and feel the emotions of a spirit as well as those here in the living. Being empathetic enables you to deliver heart-centered messages from spirit. Let's see. It's encouraging grounding, and healthy empathetic awareness. And it reminds us everyone is entitled to their emotions, so remind your inner empath of this. It is so important to allow some space for yourself without taking in everyone's feelings. So, focus on what you can learn from the masters of your field. Make room for yourself and your own emotions, and leave room for others and their emotions. Those are great messages. There's also psychic journaling. I both took a medium class from Vacationing Angel, and well, anyway, I watched a reading earlier for my sun sign. I'm a Libra. That taught me, or had this theme has been coming up a lot, that there's something about putting an actual pen to an actual piece of paper when we're in a spiritually centered place. And what can come out of that is so far beyond any other means. It's so authentic. It's something that pours out, right? So pay attention to the people who know best and learn from their work. Take and leave space for emotion, and stay grounded. And from that place, write down what comes to you, and you'll be amazed. Your dreams, your synchronicities, the intentions you set. Like I asked if anyone set some new moon intentions. So, keep physical notes of those things and look back on them. And not only can you be accountable by revisiting what you've written, but it's also such a fun and interesting way to see how you've grown. So those are my messages for you from there. I'm going to go into the Soul's Journey deck and get us a few messages from that. Then we'll break into the tarot. Roscoe, good boy. Lay down. Oh, you want to come over here? Come up. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. No, I don't have time to pet you. I'm doing the reading right now. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. Let's see what comes out. Like I said, I pre-shuffled all these, but I like to shuffle on camera. I like to watch people shuffle too, so. There we go. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And sometimes it's hard to study, to force ourselves to look into things like that. Sometimes it's hard to keep our mouth shut, to keep our heart open. Sometimes it's hard to force ourselves to write things down. But the gift of doing so, the gift of perseverance, is the achievement, the abundance that comes from seeing things through. So let's see what else comes out about this. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. We cannot change the past, but we can persevere to make it to our future. And I think that's really important. Like, even this, we have mastery over our own lives based on the path that we've paved for ourselves. And by being open and honest with ourselves about our own roles, we can be empathetic to ourselves and empathetic to others. And when we come from that, when we do that come from that place of compassion, when we experience things that allow us to move forward, and we can look back and learn those lessons, which is why writing things down can be so important. When we can do that, we can harness our regrets and turn them into something abundant through our perseverance. See, this wanted to come out earlier and I didn't mention it, but here it is again. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, right? So we have these regrets as we go through these adversities, but we persevere. We become our own masters. We are able to operate more from a place of compassion because the more we experience, the easier it is to have compassion for others that are enduring that, even if they're enduring the things they're experiencing at our cost. Because let me put it this way. Sometimes other people experience us creating karmic debt for ourselves. It plays out, and we experience the karmic debt of other people being played out. You know, people have to go through cycles and learn how to ascend. And because of that, you know, there's always going to be some collateral damage. And we can take that collateral, being part of the collateral damage personally, or we can use it yet again to learn lessons as we go through adversity and persevere so that we can become masters of our trade. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. 11:11 on the clock. You've got to love that, right? The hardest thing to do when things don't feel right is to sit still. Yet, in spiritual teachings of all kinds, whether they be religious, mystical, whatever, sitting still and waiting for the answer is so strongly encouraged in so many different practices that we can assume this is from, and it was 11:33 when I said we can assume this is because it works. And we have to be patient and accept that just because we feel readiness doesn't mean the universe is ready or that we're actually ready. We might just think that we're ready even despite the fact that we're not. So, see, anything else before we go to the tarot? What's sticking out? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. This can only happen if we experience things that aren't correct, right? Like we course correct. And I heard Vacationing Angel again said, Angel is right, gave such a powerful explanation, which is when we course correct, like if we think about it like an airplane, if we're going slightly in the wrong direction, we don't make a hard turn to turn left or whatever, right? Because that will turn the plane upside down and it will take longer to correct because of this whole huge drastic action. What we do is, wow, here's the baby from the front door. Hi. What we do is we slowly change. We slowly turn to course correct, right? So sometimes it takes patience, that growth, persevering through waiting and that stillness. Otherwise, we're just going to keep engaging in the same circles and we'll continue to make cycles of regret and adversity.
Right here.
What? Oh, now that you're eating your last gummy bear, you thought that meant it was time to come back out?
Mm-hmm.
Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Oh, that's hard.
Wait.
But that's how where the empathy and compassion comes from. All right, we better make this quick. Well, 3 cards just fell off when I said we better make this quick. So I'm just going to take it. Wow. Okay. So look here. We have the 2 of Swords being caught up in our own mental energy, maybe between 2 decisions, 2 directions, fork in the road, or even just that pressure to sit still when we feel like we must propel forward. And then there's this Page of Cups. And between them is this number 3, the Empress. I love you. Oh my goodness. Oh. I love you. He came into the garage during my reading.
Mom, what is this?
That's perseverance. Are you coming in the video as well?
This one?
I've actually talked about perseverance inside.
Okay, well, will you come over here and tell us what perseverance is then?
one?
Since you know. Come to this side. Hold on. What's perseverance, Hazel?
Perseverance is not giving up.
Not giving up. Even when it's hard? You're supposed to persevere? What about when it's easy?
You don't have to persevere.
Because it's easy? Wow, great job. Anything you'd like to add, Ezra?
Yes.
Becomes easy
What
over time
is
if we
this
persevere,
love?
if we study. Doesn't say love, but it has a heart, doesn't it? So,
Mom,
the way to
this
get...
is
unblocked from this Two of Swords and into this Page of Cups, ideas flowing, abundant energy.
Is this Fritz?
No, that's yours. Can you go play with Hazel?
No, that's mine.
Hazel, can you find something for Ezra to wear? Go with Hazel. Better make it quick. In order to, we have to find balance and enter into our Empress energy. Someone this end of their pregnancy does a lot of sitting, a lot of waiting, a lot of understanding that they're 3D printing a human being or whatever they're birthing, right? The world. They're in alignment. The water of them is in alignment with this moon. Hazel can help you. Go ask Hazel for help. So it's a waiting energy because they know what's coming. It's something big. It's something abundant. It's something that our dreams are made of. It's something fulfilling emotionally in all areas, right? But we have to get out of, it's like a law of attraction thing. We have to get out of this stuck mental disaster. What's wrong?
The wind is too strong.
The wind is too strong? Well, come put this vest on, baby. Hazel, can you help Ezra put this vest on?
It knocked people out. Oh, it knocked me and Ezra over.
Oh my goodness, strong wind. Well, maybe y'all should play inside. So in order to get out of this stuck energy and into balance, so you see the Libra scales here, and into balance, we have to sit still and understand that we have to wait to cook this thing we want to birth. So once we feel into that Empress energy, then those abundant ideas can flow. Okay.
Mom,
Uh-huh.
you zip this up.
Sure.
First you...
You want me to zip it up for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that goes with you.
He is with me. All right, there you go.
No.
Wait, it's stuck. There you go. All right, we're in our last deck. Let's clarify with the postcards from the liminal space. Yes, it's not that deep. There's nothing harmful in just waiting. And waiting for this, yes. Right? Like, there's nothing that sounds more beautiful when you want a yes than to hear it. And this is your yes, right? It's not that deep. Yes, wait. Wait for the right thing. That's what I'm getting out of this. Wait for the right thing. Pay attention to the lessons and the wisdom. Look for the lessons instead of the losses. Accept this dark night of the soul with willingness, right? Because once you get into the dark night of the soul, you realize it's not as bad as you think.
Now let's see.
It's
What else?
where you go to process in order to have further achievements and abundant blessings. Have empathy for yourself and others, right? Like we got that power of empathy card. Bunch just fell out. I'll read the ones on the floor. Elevate. That's why we have to sit still. I love this spirit split card because split is in the past and spirit is in the future, right? So as we elevate and ascend, we split off from things that no longer serve us and leave them behind. And we move forward with spirit, upward, forward. Yes. Magic is either everything or it's not. You either believe it or you don't. This is some basic law of attraction stuff. If you haven't ever watched any Abraham Hicks, Esther and Abraham Hicks videos, please consider doing that because you'll realize that it's about aligning ourselves with our highest good. And as we're doing that, then the universe just provides. And then also provides validation through signs, synchronicities, things lining up, the effortlessness. Death, actually, magic is immediate. That's what I'm talking about. It happens the moment you ask for it and you believe it and you align and you let go. And you believe it, and you align, and you let go, and you let go, and you let go, and stay aligned, and stay aligned. And then, aha! When you realize, I no longer need to obsess. And when you, where did that card go? Oh yeah, here we are. The psychic journaling, this is why it's so fun, because you write these things down, your intentions, your ideas, your creative whatever, and then the timing comes, and somehow right when the timing comes to reread or revisit whatever that thing you wrote down is happens, and you go, wow, just writing it down, it immediately put it into motion. You see on this card, it's number 1110, and the ticket here is 1111. You're just waiting on that perfect alignment. Okay, and and then finally, death is the healing. As we go into that dark night of the soul, into that darkness, and we allow ourselves to split from the things that we need to allow to move past us or stay behind, and we move forward as we ascend, as we elevate. That's where the healing comes in. That's where the messages from the ascended masters, from our own experience, from finally recovering from our self-doubt. Once we finally recover from that, because now we see, it's become so much more clear, that's when it all happens for us. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, take these last messages. A magician is only as good as their tools. That's why we leave behind the things that no longer serve us. And we only keep the things that do serve us. That's physical properties, behaviors, mindsets, beliefs, all that stuff, right? We're only as good as our tools. So as long as we keep a nicely polished, fully stocked, useful toolbox, us as the magician will be as good as what we can expect those things to create for us. If you're not, look, the enemy of intuition is self-doubt. That's exactly what I was talking about. Getting out of that self-limiting beliefs, getting out of the self-doubt, and realizing that our intuition, 22:11 on the clock, the only thing holding us back is our own self-doubt. And if we listen to our intuition and we align with those things, we sit still and we wait for the answer, we arrive at what ultimately we need to hear. So, finally we have God is a goddess, and try the opposite. Ezra, come back from the street, please. Thank you. If what you're doing isn't working, if it never has, try the opposite. The opposite might not work. Okay, it might not work either. But now you'll know both that thing and the opposite didn't work, and so there must be something in between that does. And that's where that creative energy comes in. The Page of Cups isn't the master of it. They're having new ideas, and they're unencumbered by dark feelings. Right? They no longer feel dragged down. They're open. The heart center is open so that they can, from a place of empathy, both move forward for themselves and not affect anybody else in a negative way, right? So we try the opposite. We find that middle ground. And that middle ground is what this God is a goddess card is about. It's not even about middle ground. It's that there is no God without goddess. There is no goddess without God. The binary is a human concept that we have developed in order to try to make things easier, and it only makes things harder for people on the ascension journey. I have they, them pronouns. I don't identify as either a man or a woman. Give me a comment or a like or something if you think that's cool, or you agree, or you feel that way too. He went inside. He went in. But anyway, it's that the thing is, we can split it up however we want, assign roles in whichever direction, assign traits in whichever direction. But the truth is, all those things exist together. They do not exist separately. We're not one thing or the other. We're all things. And once we allow that red string of connection between us and all others, that's where this power of empathy comes. We realize we're all one thing. We all have the same end goal, even if we can't articulate it. We're all trying to raise the vibrational energy of the earth, right? And when we find that in ourselves, we're able to move forward with a more abundant and prosperous and helpful life. I hope these messages have gone well for you. I'm thinking about going to the signs. If you're interested in seeing readings by the signs, comment your sun sign in the comments, and I will, anybody who makes comments of their signs, I'll make a reading for that sign specifically. I love you. Be blessed.